you've been talking a lot about how, like, sourcing products, because we want to talk about like spray packs on here and like get a little information on it. But I think it really is about sourcing material and how it's like sold and put out into the market. And there's a lot of different like discussions on like how that should be done, you know, how it should be promoted, or if people are lying about it. Like we were talking about a bunch of big brands before we got on air that are just relabeling. And I literally relabel for our brand in New York. So like I'm not even like
appreciate that.
Not
honesty,
about I'm not it's not like I'm not about
It's just all about
relabeling. It's about transparency. So tell me about that, because you've clearly had like an issue with it. So let's just go right into
that. Oh yeah, shit.
This podcast is brought to you by Gutenberg's Pressing Company. Do you have your bubble bags blow out or tear on you when you're washing all that hash? Gutenberg's Pressing Company, they promise no blowouts or tears. These bags are Philly tough. And if you go to Gutenberg'sPressingCompany.com and use the code RosinPod, even though we're the Breakfast Connections podcast right now, but it's okay. Use the code RosinPod. You're going to get 10% off everything on their website. These guys are cool. They're out of Philadelphia, East Coast guys, competing in the bubble bag business. These bags are better than the competition. They're tough. They're not going to give you any problems. They also do the pressing bags for making like solventless rosin. They sent us a bunch of stuff. They're great. Go check them out. Gutenberg'sPressingCompany.com. Promo code RosinPod. Probably by the time this comes out, we'll be in 40 dispensaries in New York right now. Breakfast Connections blunts. You know, we try to specialize in convenience. That's why we have that coffee cup as our imagery, our logo, trying to relate to the everyday smoker. You know, wake and bake people, getting up, getting a coffee, going to work. Got that blunt on you, can put it out, put it back in your tube. Great product at an affordable price. These dispensaries are selling them around $10. You can't beat it. We also have eighths. It was a great season. Sun-grown flower. You know, with our license out in New York, we have the Tier 3 processing license. We could go out and buy different flowers from different growers. Like, we're working on some indoor flower we're going to be coming out with soon with some homies up near Syracuse growing living soil. So be on the lookout for that. But we have sun-grown flower eighths. And those go around $30 in the dispensaries. You can't beat it. Look for that coffee cup out in those dispensaries from Saratoga, Albany, all the way down to the Bronx. We're going to be in the city soon. Breakfast Connections blunts. Gutenberg's Pressing Company. Back to the show.
It's not even like it's like the issue, but it is an issue, you know, because I feel like, all right, especially in the state of Connecticut. Let's just talk here. Fuck anywhere else. Like, realistically, we'll fucking talk Connecticut. We're like, we all started in this shit dealing with the Northeast. So when things started popping off again, 4 years ago?
What year? Like 2019? Like COVID?
No, like, yeah, after COVID, when like events really started popping off again. You know, everybody started like after the COVID Trump ducats, like
it was pretty much after the law
2021.
changes.
Yeah,
law changes and people just got money into
Like it was like when the gifting law came about.
Gifting, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was like everybody was preaching like the craft, the quality, the local, the, you know, your fucking local growers. You know, there was the big fuck Cali pack. That was a huge thing. Which is so
funny from where we come from.
Fuck Cali, fuck all that, fuck
That's a
bringing
change.
any of that in, you know. And it was also a big like patience over profit. That's all you heard from people too, because everybody was fighting with dispensaries at the same time, so everybody wanted to look good with that. But I mean, fast forward to now, who's sourcing what in there to try to make a fast buck in Connecticut sessions?
You don't think that was the case then, but people were just bullshitting? Because you want to know, before you answer that, remember why from the last podcast we did, why I like talking with you and respect you is like we've been doing this a long time. And it just so happens that I wasn't preaching that. Obviously, I want that, like patience over profit. We could go down that rabbit hole. We're good people, and we come from like the community. But like, there's a reason why people like us weren't preaching that. We were hustling and putting products out there for people, and like I think that's a lot of bullshit, personally.
What, the patience over profit thing?
Yeah, especially where we come from, the people that were saying
You
it.
shouldn't have to just give shit away, dude. Just
But like, what does that mean?
hook
Patience over
somebody up,
profit.
dude.
That means people doing this shit for sport, and that's not the case with me, at least.
What do you mean?
Like, I need to make a profit. You know what I'm saying? Like, me being my brand, I got everything across the board. So whatever you want is there for you. It's just what's your price point? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like we're talking about, like, but you have more than that.
Yeah.
Just with your personality.
Yeah.
We were talking about that with Mike on the last pod, that there's so much more about like the personality. You know what I mean? Like you actually being there like does something to it.
Like everybody
people want a
carries the
shot.
same shit, dude. A lot of people
like,
carry
what
the
else
same
are you
shit
giving?
where it's like, you come to see me.
Yeah.
You
know,
gotta
you
make
wanna-
Right.
you gotta make people want to shop with you. You know, like.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, because it's like if I'm in a session, everybody's and there's 20 vendors and 15 of us got the same shit.
But listen,
What's,
Dude, I used to sell milk in there. You know what time it
Yeah,
is, right?
exactly.
You
know
gotta
what
do
I'm
something
saying?
a little bit different.
Exactly. So it's like it is what it is. My thing is the variety. I'm like the variety guy. You know what I'm saying? Who got that fire? The whole aspect of the brand is where's the fire for my price point. You know what I'm saying? Like where can I if you want some depth, some indoors, some exotics, you can come here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want.
Well, we were just saying like that's like your whole brand, you know? Like if like telling people if they want something, they go to you, like your source who got that fire. You know?
Facts.
Just
And
like
that goes back to the sourcing thing. Is like
Yeah.
I'm a big sourcer. I don't grow yet. I'm just a sourcer, you know.
You gotta take care of those plants, then you gotta take care of that dog.
but you're not sourcing shit and turn into something that it's not. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Like to get back
Transparency.
to like
Right.
that event, get back to like Bizarre. Like, all right, you had kids. That was like when all that fake package Cali shit was going on. So you had kids who had like legit shit, but then there was like mad Packwoods and like all them things that had like lint and stuff rolled in them.
That
you
shit was
know,
crazy,
so like.
dude.
That's what you know what I'm saying.
Bro
So it's
said
like
lit.
you had people there who were like thinking they were high and mighty, where they're like, "Yo, you're dealing with that shit. I don't do that." But like, they're fucking just rebranding some other bullshit, calling it something else. So, but just
Yeah.
on a different level with a different product.
And we'll try to like go from the bottom up here because it was really interesting the conversation that you guys were talking about before the air of like the types of brands we were talking about.
Yeah.
And I'll leave it up to you guys to like call them out. But so going back to what we were talking about like years ago, is do you think the spray packs were around then? Was that the heyday? And was that, or did people not even know about it?
Dude, there was a spray pack is fucking that slow puff drip spray always, man. If you really think about it, you remember that fucking.
Remember to look over there.
Well, I was looking right
No,
at you. Fucking, you remember the drip bottles? It was the dude with the afro. It was like slow puff or some type of puff.
Yeah.
Professor Puff. It was something. It was like this liquid that you could drip on your bud, and it was like
I've
bud
never
flavoring.
seen that in my life.
Yeah,
crazy.
dude. They sold it at
That's
Sunshine. They
crazy.
sold it
Yes,
everywhere. It
Sunshine.
was like, it almost looked like Dr. Green Thumb, just like a cartoon of it.
What the
Fuck.
fuck? And you
Look
got
that
used to
shit
buy
up.
that shit?
Yeah.
No, but like people sold it, and that's how I look. That's how I look at spray pack kids, where it's like, oh, that's you, or like you really need some extra flavor, bro. Like just smoke the weed, dude. There's real shit, man.
I mean, that's the thing with spray packs. Is they just source some bullshit and just give it
Throw it
whatever.
in the toaster.
Well, here's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
So
throw it in the
I'll tell
toaster
you
oven.
guys what I know about spray packs, and you already know this. We had friends who were doing like 100 packs, and like they were
Like
literally
moving hundreds of packs.
Yeah, they
no,
had.
for sure.
Let's just say they had very creative, that we'll talk off air, ways to move it around.
Okay.
And they had the ability to get like 100 pounds, like multiple 100 pounds, like a week to a month, you know. And so I had homies out there allegedly who were working with them, and when you do that much, like you're getting a lot of outdoor shit from Humboldt, and you're putting them in these turkeys, and some of them were good or were not, but you had to kind of sell them on like a pound that was like you could guarantee that it's going to be like all these packs, right? So they would get terps. And when we had the CBD store, we would use this company called True Terpenes. And we sold it because we were selling like cannabis alternatives. It was an essential oil. We literally put it in a diffuser. That's what these things are. They're essential oils, right? So what they would do is they would get these terps and they would just do a little dab in the bottom of a turkey, right in the bag. So it would just give the aroma in a turkey. So it would be like good looking flower and it was like mid. And then it would literally like you'd get the scent and it would look at you like, all right, whatever. Count it, 100 pounds.
You never had kids throw weed in like fucking blunt wrapper? Remember like the wet mango blunt wraps? Kids would like throw the fucking weed in that blunt wrapper and they'd fucking take it out and sell it to kids. They'd be like, yeah, it's mango kush.
I've never heard of that, but that's crazy.
You mean they throw the blunt wrapper in the turkey?
No, like, all right, so like you remember blunt wrappers would just come in like those sleeves. You take the blunt out, whatever, and they would put weed in the empty wrapper. So it would sit in that fucking flavored coating bag. Yeah. And yeah, dude. So
that's
that shit
what
up,
I
dude.
know. And that was, I don't remember when that
Grape
was.
ape, baby.
Yo, that's never.
So
That's
we,
what it is, dude.
That's all I know about it. And what we wanted to have you on here and just like, cause we wanted to have a group session, like a group pod, but like kind of with a topic. And that's what we wanted to talk about. Cause like, I don't really know that much about it. And it seems like you have some type of like,
My boy was running like one of the big brands allegedly. Yeah, one of them stupid candy names. Fucking Frosty, Sweetie, Tasty, Toasties.
Yeah.
You know? Allegedly. It was one of them. Yeah, I'll tell you who. You know who I'm talking about. But like, yeah, they were on it, bro. They were on it like suitcases of just fucking Mylars banded together. 6K packs.
And you would say
were sprinting to their fucking door for like couldn't wait, dude. Couldn't wait for $1,600 QPs.
I did some research recently.
Of banana
like
Pop-Tart
before
strudel.
this,
Like,
dude, do you know people like it?
Love it.
Yeah, they love that
but
shit.
that's the
I
thing is
smoked
that they
it.
love
I smoked
it.
a few bags of it and like,
No,
I can't
I've
even front. Like,
definitely
What
it
I'm
does
learning
taste
is
good.
that like I think I'm smoking it more than I know.
No. You gotta know when you're smoking a spray.
I'm in the legal market in New York,
when
dude.
you really smell it,
I
and you're
don't
like,
know.
this
I'm
is too good to be
starting to
true.
think that a lot of these
So-
fucking like it's all spray packs.
No, that's not the case.
What makes you think it's spray?
So
What's that?
What makes you think it's spray? Before you say
Because it's loud and it's outdoors.
no.
Okay.
When you spray as a legitimate like when you see on those boxes and those packages that say like strawberry Pop-Tart Captain Crunch, like that's what you're getting, dog. Like you're really getting peanut butter, chocolate. Like it's not like they're like, oh, they made this
And it's essential
this
oil
work
terpenes.
smell like
It's hemp-derived
It's-
terpenes, right?
I don't know if they're hemp derived terpenes, but
I see bottles online and shit like that.
Like,
but
dude, if you go to LA, they have like stores with these like walls of these essential oils and
That's crazy.
you
Yeah.
can just go pick whatever you want, mix it up.
I'll get
Now
you
it's a
some when
fucking-
you
Are
could
they
smoke
are they
some.
bad?
No, I mean just
What do you
picture
mean?
candies
I'm just
being
trying
sprayed.
to. I'm trying to
so
create a
they-
discussion of the fact of being like, are they bad?
So
For your health or what way? That's what I'm asking.
For
Bad-
your health, we'll go first.
I mean, is extra shit being burned? I really don't know. I mean, smoking
It
technically
burns
is not
black as
good for
fuck.
you. Yeah, it's extra carcinogens. I mean, you're mixing one chemical with another, which is making another. That's just like science 101 right there. So who really knows
And
what
also,
it's doing?
but like, do we? You know someone who does it or did it?
Yeah, and they're fucking
Is there
done.
methods to
They're
it?
done with it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, there wasn't them doing
was
it.
like
They
a-
had
it was
people
like-
out in Cali
Right.
doing it for them.
But it's the same thing, like what you were saying with the diffuser. They just put the oil.
There's essential oils.
Yeah, they
and
just
that's
put
like
the
what
oil-
terpenes is.
It almost looks like a freeze dryer. Like they put the
Yeah,
weed
yeah,
on the
yeah.
fucking trays. Like an oven like this, all different trays. They put it in, shut it, and then
So there are like
It's just
methods
like-
to it.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like
no,
that's
well,
what
that's
it
the
is.
method.
That's the
That's the
method.
method.
That's like an oven
Yeah.
for it. wild, dude.
That's interesting.
It's its own thing. Like
it dehydrates the weed. It demolds the weed. It fucking.
Well, that's another machine
Not
too.
dehydrates. It rehydrates and then like demolds.
Yeah, I heard.
shit.
Yeah,
Really?
that's what I
With the
did some
spray?
research this week.
Yeah, with the whole system.
It's supposed to
does it.
save.
And then
It's supposed to save outdoors.
Yeah, and then it sprays or like infuses the essential oil or whatever the fuck it is. Like,
You know what's crazy? I feel like the kids who run these like if I was to go to my boy in New York City and really be like, "Yo, what is happening with this?" He wouldn't even fucking know. These kids aren't even educated.
Yeah,
You
but
know
that
what I
just
mean?
goes to show how
You look at
different.
some of these kids flexing packs with chains, and it's like you're just brokers that just put a name on something, and there's flipping Mylars. Y'all don't know shit.
Yeah, and I think
You
that. Do
know?
you think it's just people who are just new to the game?
No.
So I don't think a lot of these people are new to the game.
I just
right?
don't think people
it's just-
truly
it's just-
care.
It's just trendy, like whatever's trendy. Like if it's trendy, it's gonna make money. Like, and you know
It's
that
culture
goes
vulture
back to
shit.
the patience over profits thing. It's not about
Right,
the
right.
patience. You know what I'm saying? It's about the profits. At the end of the day, like if
People
we
are just
gonna
like
keep it 100.
drop
Right.
after drop. They're like, "Oh, I'm gonna get him with this one.
Right.
I'm gonna get him with this one." You
Some
know, where
lighter.
you're treating everything like a fucking cash grab. Here, it's a torch, buddy.
That's cool. See, I'm not in the culture clearly.
That's the hash whole torch. Let's
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
But it's funny how I just think it's like, even a lot of people don't even know what it is. And the funny thing about it that I've seen is that the people who do find out about it, they don't really care. The customer for spray packs, I don't think they give a fuck.
The customer
This
for
is-
spray packs
they're-
does not give a fuck.
Yeah.
They love it.
But it's like it's a special demographic. You know what I'm saying?
What is that
Like,
demographic?
Young kids.
There's only spray packs in the hood, like the YNs, like you know what I'm saying. You know
YNs?
You know what a YN is?
Clearly not. Dude.
The young niggas, man.
Oh.
The young niggas.
I don't know.
He's like, I do
it
not know.
YN smoke?
I do not know what that is, sir.
The
Please.
YN smoke sprays, man. That's
Yeah.
what it is, man.
Yeah.
Like,
That IG shit.
Do you
It's
think
big.
that? Because so many people like to preach to like education. You know.
Well, that whole demographic of kid is not educated. They
Right.
call
They wanna be
za.
educated.
It's like
An educated
I used to
consumer.
do like there's kids who was like, oh, you got that cheap za, like anything
and
that
that
has
shit,
like
that shit not even.
That's a
cheap.
spray- that sounds like a
or
spray term.
candy, anything that looks a certain way is za, and it's like back in the day, exotics meant like you're not finding this. This is like hard to find weed, and it's stupid expensive. And now like za is a term that just like it's
You got to figure it's the same type of thing going on because when they release a new flavor, it's like, oh, nobody has this, nobody, you know what I'm saying? But it's just a different like spray, you know.
it's all lemon cherry being sprayed too.
Like that's like the base
Like-
flower.
Yeah,
Like,
100%,
yeah.
100%.
Gelato, shit
all
like
rumps
that.
and
It's just
shit.
all candy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. Candy smalls.
That's like
That they're probably
on the
getting for
totem
2K.
for myself. Like the candy stuff is like third or fourth. Like gases, hazes.
Yeah.
And
In
then
terms
that.
of like what you like,
Yeah. What about you?
I'd say the same. Like candy is like
It's low on the totem
it's
pole.
low. It's low for me. Yeah.
Is that
It's
everyone?
Nah,
No, it
dude, you
can't
know
be.
what's funny is like I like candy if I'm smoking flour, but like if I'm smoking hash, I love fucking fruit.
I'm like
Fruit. I
I'm
love fruits in my hash.
I hate fruit. I hate candy. I'm like Z,
This kid. I love
gas,
Z too.
sour. You know, like Chemi.
Yeah.
OG. I'm like an OG. I
Do you,
love OG.
do you get a lot of that?
Yeah,
We're gonna have to have a
like-
discussion after. I would like
Yeah,
some to
yeah,
smoke.
for sure.
Yeah,
What?
that Billy Kimber OG.
I smoke gas
really
and
is.
then I smoke hazes and then
Shout
I'll
out
smoke
Dan's
candy.
rolling up for
You know.
fucking hooking me up with those. Like,
You know,
dude,
I like sherbs. I love sherbs. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
dude, I
lie.
miss good
I
sherbs.
love sherbs.
I don't see them a
couple
lot.
Good sherbs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. I love sherbs. Sherbanger. That's my.
I didn't like that one that much.
Yeah. No, I
No,
love.
I think
Sher-
it was
I love
kinda like
Sherbanger.
MIDI.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also maybe who grows. I only had
You gotta get like.
Pleasant's one, which was
That's- I was
it was
just gonna bring
it was
him out.
good.
I
Yeah.
was just talking
You know?
to homie.
Nah, Pleasant Effects grew the best Z of 2024.
He did.
Yes.
I gotta see. Do you have it?
Well, I did.
Jacuzzi. Let's get it.
That is
I gotta
gone.
see that. So it's not Z, it's Jacuzzi.
It's called Jacuzzi. Yeah, it's called Jacuzzi, but it's a Z cross.
All
I
right,
think
we'll
I
have
have
to
some
check that out.
straps.
I just want to see it.
Man,
I know he's a big fan of
Some
Z.
like nothing crazy, you know what I mean? Some popcorn buds and
Didn't he grow 91? I know he was talking about 91 for like a year. But that dude's like a real grower, so if he talks to you about a strain he wants to do, it's like a year out. You know, I think he was talking about Z a year ago when I was talking to him, you know? Or maybe even longer than that.
I had grabbed some Chem 91 in the city from these guys called the Gas Guys. And
I think I've seen
Yeah, how's their flower?
Yo, some of the best Chem 91 I've smoked in a long time, and there were some bag seeds in there, so
Fire.
Yeah.
let's
That's
get
what
it.
we're running, boys.
Yeah. No, I miss Chem 4 too. Those gases.
Can't forget Semper's Chem.
What's that?
Yeah.
Semper
I never got to have it.
Dude, I'm not as cool as you guys.
I'll get you some.
Thank you. Dude, I'm honestly
I'll
like,
get you some.
I admit on this podcast, it's I'm honestly like, even like having my own bud like for friends and shit. I was telling you, I'm like done. You know what I mean? I have to like buy weed to fucking smoke on now, which is cool,
Yeah.
but it's also lame.
I mean, nah, that's what I
know,
do.
like-
Like, yo, like I don't like it's tough, but I
mean, I looked in there and
barely
you had the
smoke-
personal stash.
Yeah, I barely smoke. Like anything on my personal stash is not on my menu, just cause like it's not.
Better hide
It's
that.
too much money for y'all.
Yeah,
Y'all can't
like
afford
y'all
it.
got too many questions, too many complaints. This and that. I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm good. Like I'm not even. Yeah, like y'all
No,
not
once
even-
they start asking more than 2 questions about something, or they don't know what it is.
It's like not
It's
worth
a
your
wrap.
time.
It's
I had a
wrap.
couple people ask me like, "Yo, what's with that kapow berries?" Like, yeah, that's not for you.
I gotta educate.
Yeah, no
That's
one's
not for you.
Yeah, people
Sorry,
aren't gonna
dude.
buy it unless they're like looking for it.
You know,
and they,
because
like, know
these
about
people, they hear these numbers and they think they're like gonna get this fucking euphoric, I'm like half dead high, where I look at myself out of body, where it's just like, nope, you're just paying for like
It's about
strains
flower,
you can't
herb,
get,
yeah,
dude.
like variety and flavor.
Yeah, you're paying for small batch craft cannabis.
Dude, let's talk about
like,
the Z again. The Z, like, I like smoking the Z because like I'll smoke it throughout the day and shit,
Oh,
or like
I love
chilling.
Z, dude.
It's just like
Yeah.
a cloud. You're like kind of like floating.
No, literally.
You know,
Love
if you
to see.
smoke OG, like real OG, like you better be ready. Like
No,
you
no,
might be
facts,
like you
facts.
might be tripping. Like yeah, like if you give someone OG, real OG to someone who doesn't really smoke that much weed,
Night-night.
like they're gonna like be like you're on a gram of mushrooms.
No, literally.
You know.
No, literally.
Some of the chems are like that too, but it's a little. My point is like, that's what's kind of cool about how I could buy weed now. Is like I could like, as long as I can fucking afford it. That's a whole nother conversation. But like, I want to be able to buy like this for that, this for this. You know what I mean? So it's
sure.
like, but people are they buying weed to smoke in that, or is that just rich people problems? So like when you have that, it's like you're selling it to rich people.
yeah.
You know?
No, yeah, like you're not like rich people, but like just connoisseurs of the game, you know, like
I call them caviar eaters.
exactly.
It's
Yeah.
funny how we technically are like high class caviar eaters when it comes to
Facts.
weed. We just happen to wear like tie dye and sweats. You know?
Nah, facts, like,
You know?
facts. Nah, 100%.
I ain't changed shit, dude.
Nah.
Like,
Yeah, no.
I like
but-
feeling good. I'll dress
that
nice,
was the
you
thing-
know what I
no, well-
mean? But like, dog, it's Saturday. I bust my ass all week. I'm like fucking deloading right now.
Nah,
you
facts.
know? Like,
That's the reward from just hustling. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to smoke booth.
Yeah. Yeah. But we know that's like if you sold, like I know people who like sell beer for like a fucking microbrewery in Connecticut. Like those guys are usually what? Like you're not gonna see them drink a Bud Light. You're also gonna probably see them talk shit about people who drink Bud Lights.
100%.
See what I mean?
yeah, them
It's just a
IPA
thing.
people are crazy, dude.
Mind know what people?
The IPA people,
Yeah.
those craft beer drinkers are wild, but like it's the same thing with us.
Nah, I definitely
Yeah.
used to be one of those.
It was just like being heady.
Go fill your growler once a week or your favorite beer.
Facts. I had 2 roads. Facts.
You guys all know people
I
who do
hated
that with
that shit.
jars, technically.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the man I want to be. I want to be filling up my growlers with y'all. Allegedly.
No, but the thing is, though, it's not even like that. You have people, okay, I go out with some of my friends who love beer, Like, say we go to Colony, like, one of my boys will get, like, this one Sam Adams beer that, like, until it's fucking gone. You know, people who love their beers, they like certain flavors, they have no problem doing that. With this high-end shit, these motherfuckers want what's next, what's next, what's next, what's next, what's next. And it's like, yo, like, you're buying a jar at a time. You know, and it's like, yo, for me.
So it's just hot right now, is really all it is. Weed is just hot.
Yeah, I mean, weed's hot, but like, say you're trying to grab a few brands, something like that. Like, say I'm trying to grab 4 different brands. I'm not grabbing like a small amount of each because there's a few people I have to deal with, right? So I'm going to spend a little bit more, grab a little bit more. So now I have a decent amount of tree from 4 or 5 different people, and the kids who say they're going to buy this, okay, you're like, okay, they come grab 1 jar, they're done with it. We're like, as if the beer drinkers, they're going to come back and drink that flavor again. They like it. Where some kids will be like, yeah, I like that. But even with like the hash, I deal with some hash guys who are like, yeah, once they try that flavor, they never want that bucket again.
All right, answer me this. Do you have a flavor that you'll go back to like every time?
Bro, I have no problem. Like that fucking Sour Waves Ligma. I bought a half ounce of it at Eddie Holiday, and I fucking dabbed it in the morning. And what I said, I'm going to buy the other half right now.
Wow, man, when product
Shouts out
doesn't lie
Sour
like
Waves
that,
for that Ligma. That shit is fire. The rosin, it's so fire.
I had that.
Like,
with,
dude, it's like everything. I keep everything. If I like something, like if I get rosin or flour, like I'm keeping a couple jars.
Yeah.
Like there is at least like an ounce of the flour I like, and like at least 6 grams, so like 3-4 buckets, 2 minimum of a flavor I really like that's just like stocked. Like I like what I fucking like.
Yeah.
I like a big variety, but I like what I fucking like.
Yeah, we're caviar eaters, bro. I had that with Lobster Fam's Bubba Piff recently.
Bubba Piff. That sounds exotic.
It's fucking awesome.
Jeez.
It reminded me of the Bubba that I really like, and it had that like crazy shine and crystal to the Piff that he does. But like, dude, you seem to have like the really good fucking candy ones every time I see you. Obviously, who got that fire?
Yeah. It's just,
He's doing it, dude.
Yeah. I try I try to keep a good variety, man. And like he said, I like what I like. So I gotta keep that shit on me. At all times. And people love it too. So it's like I keep a good variety on the menu, but there's a lot of like I don't like to go back and forth about prices or anything like that, like, because this costs a certain amount, it's a certain quality, like if you want it, take it, if not, I'm just gonna smoke it. Like.
It is what it is.
Right. And that's the thing, it's like you're like high end, like selling wine or fucking
Like I'll buy shit sometimes knowing like I may end up smoking all this, and like I have no problem doing that if so.
Ever. Isn't that the best sales pitch ever? It's like, you don't
I
have
have
to
no
have
problem.
it.
Tell everybody that. Like, it's because at the end of the day, I don't care. It's mine, and I can afford. If I can afford it, dude. Like, why not?
I don't know about you, but if I have to buy anything off anyone, that's like what I want to feel. Like when I do the, like I'm a blunt smoker, so like, I sell, outdoors in hemp wraps for $10. In the dispensaries. So it's like I could sell, it's just being real, you know what I mean? Like that's why I wanted to learn about terps today, is that like I sell to those people. You know what I mean? And it's like if I have like a cheap product in the city, like I'm doing that now instead of like selling exotics.
So how terpy are the outdoors?
I mean, they're terpy.
Bring out the outs.
What's that?
Bring them out. Where are they at?
I got the jar right there.
Bring out the outs.
Yeah. So this is like some cherry kush or something.
Let's check it out.
It's good outdoors. And that's like, it's just like some cherry fino, so we call it cherry glazed.
I mean, it's really not bad.
Thank you. I know you were ready to dog me on air.
When
Like,
I
as soon
hear
as you
outdoors, I just like picture that.
I was
Like,
ready to take it, dude.
when I hear outdoors, just because like everybody grew weed when I was like a little kid, and everybody
Right.
when it was done, it just had that like lemonine scent, and just like, oh, sick.
Some shit from Amsterdam,
Yeah,
some seeds from Amsterdam,
yeah.
some lemon, you know? That's not bad, right?
Nah, dog. Outs are nice.
Breakfast Connections, Cherry Glaze dispensary near you. Not bad.
No, I'm not mad at it. I'm not gonna smoke.
I'm
it.
not twisting it. Yeah, I'm glad.
Yo, but that's my point. Is that?
But somebody
But
will.
it's me. But look, what am I doing right now? I'm smoking a blunt. Like I smoke blunts. So when I go sell it, I have transparency. I'm very honest
But
with
it's-
how I sell it. I'm not trying to sell them on anything besides it's just like, dude, I smoke
And
blunts.
how much are the blunts?
$10 retail.
Yeah,
Can't be mad at that.
like no for a rolled. Yeah,
It's not a Dutch, but it's like a hemp cone, and we just try. What we work on is trying to get good hemp cones, and
is it taxed too? How much is it after tax?
$12, something like that.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, New York's not that bad. I think it's 9%.
What's Connecticut?
I have no idea.
I know they're hurting people.
It's like 30.
Shit, nigga, you go to Cali, it's
Like
like
49.
Shit, yeah, it's like 50%.
It's so insane.
Cali's crazy
Like,
with the
yeah,
taxes.
you paying $75 for a $50 eighth out there.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like I think when Mike started this podcast with saying transparency, like I'm moving into that because I feel good about it, and it's like I'm selling weed to like honestly these terp. That's why I'm so interested. These like terp buyers, right? Because it's someone who doesn't have as much money. They don't really crazy about exotics. They want to like go home after working the night shift or whatever and like pick up a pre-roll because they don't want to roll it and it's like gonna get them high and it tastes good.
Yeah.
Isn't that technically like a terp pack? That's probably. I think it's my point is like it feels like it's like the same customer. You know?
Not necessarily.
No, because you're dealing with somebody who wants something that tastes good. That spray pack is it's. I feel like you have to know. Like in order to want spray, like you have to already know about weed in general. Like that type of person, you're like, this person just wants a $10 joint that tastes good and will get them high. Like they're not even in the realm of spray pack. If
But
that
how many
makes
don't
sense
know?
to you, a lot of people
That's
have
what
no
I
idea
mean.
what the
It feels
fuck
like
that
it.
is.
What, spray pack? Yeah, no.
I barely know what it is
Facts.
still.
Some people go to the
Facts.
dispensary. You go talk to anybody
There's no
at the
spray packs at the
dispensary. They're
dispensary.
like, "What is that?
Yeah.
Spray?"
There's no spray packs at the dispensary.
Yes, there is.
If you're not on Instagram
What do
in
you
the weed
mean?
world, you
There's
don't know
no
about
spray packs in the dispensaries.
Yeah, no, I don't believe that.
Why?
Who's selling it to him?
Who's-
What?
yeah,
what?
where they
what-
getting it
The
from?
people who are producing it there spray it
No.
For what
wait,
reason?
No.
to make outdoors smell and taste better.
Is
That's
that
what
they're
I'm
doing?
telling you, dude. I came in prepared for this podcast. This is what I
Is it-
see. I'm in the market.
I don't know. I like.
Why?
All right, because
Why wouldn't they
because
do
a
that?
spray pack. I'm telling you, a spray pack is like a HUD special, like strictly a HUD
Like it's
special.
like some rapper shit.
Yeah, it's like it's and
It's
then
supposed
it's like
to be high end, like
and then
Why
like
is that
it
high
comes,
end?
It's not.
That's insane.
Yeah, no. I
It
don't
sounds
know.
MIDI.
Hey, like I'm telling you, though, they were selling those pounds for damn near $7,000.
What?
dude. I told you, I was
Oh,
at
literally.
my boy's house watching this kid go in and out, in and out, in and out. $1,600 QP.
Like, and they come specially packaged so where the terps can't come out, so you can't
Dude,
open
these
it.
bags you can't even rip open.
Yeah,
bro.
literally, you have to like fucking.
Like I thought I was
scissors them
insane.
Open,
I was
So this isn't a secret.
What? No.
Wow.
My boy straight up was like, "Yeah, I'm big in." All right, so I heard about the spray shit, didn't believe it, and then when I linked him at his house, he was like, me and my girl were there, and he was like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "We're big into spray." Me and Jamie looked at each other like this
Sounds
is
like he's like,
real.
nah.
This
Yo,
is
it's the
real.
new. I'm in the spray now, dude. I
Yeah,
don't
he's
even
like,
care about
we
weed
got
no
a big
more.
spray company out in California, and I was like, this is nuts. And I was like, what do you mean spray? Like I thought he was confused.
Huh.
You know? I was like,
I'm
are you
confused.
sure you know what you're talking about?
At this point, you're kind
confused.
of behind because
I am,
That
clearly.
shit is like
It's over now.
it's like on. It's not over, but it's definitely on the way out. Like, and it's
You
like,
don't think it's so? It's not.
You don't
that
remember that
it's
guy, the
one-
voice of the trap? doing hood reviews? Like,
what's his
bro.
name?
No, it's tapped in. I thought I was.
Terp reviews. You don't know him?
Fucking, what was his name?
Fucking Tato the Picasso.
I was going to say Bapa the
What?
Papa. It was something ridiculous.
It's Puerto Rican.
Yeah, Tato the Picasso. Like, that's his name. Like,
Is he Dominican?
He's son, Dominican Puerto Rican son. He's Hispanic.
But yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're not on Instagram, like, if you're not on the Instagram weed scene, you have no idea about certain things at all.
That's why it's like that's why what you're doing doesn't even compare to like.
Nobody would waste their time with that at all.
Like,
Nobody would be
somebody
like,
that's buying a spray pack is not gonna buy your pre-roll.
Wow. That's interesting. That just totally changed my perception of why someone would buy a spray pack.
Yeah, no, they're just
so
looking
they're not doing
like,
it for cheap. They're doing it the opposite. They're doing it to be exotic.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
that's
this
the
is
lesson
not
of this
like,
podcast.
no, that's what I was saying.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of people like me.
Yeah. So it's like that's what I'm saying. Like spray packs were around back in the day, but it was like the bubblegum kush or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
the boobaloo.
Well, like you was saying.
No, not the boobaloo.
No, I was just making it. You know what I mean? Because I know that shit was fire.
Yo, is that new strain alert?
Nah, that's like a strain by Smoke Up 212 out of the Bronx.
Boobaloo.
Yeah, nah, it's
fire, dude.
It's fire.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Boobaloo.
it's a candy pack.
Smoking boobaloo.
But
I would always grab candy.
Sounds like a
him,
bar.
Dude.
Smoking
Fire. There's like a
boobaloo.
little skunk on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, you guys are
Like the
smoking
gum.
exotic.
Yeah.
I got it, dude. What is that? Is that a D on there? That seems like.
It's my boy Dan, dude.
Yeah? Is
Dan's
that a hash
rolling
hole?
up. Yeah.
Nah, shout out Dan's rolling up.
Man, how
With the
far have I
fire.
come behind on?
Oh no,
You are so far behind.
Yeah, facts.
I'm still smoking headband and haze in this outdoor pack.
Yeah, nah, you're super behind, brother.
Hey.
But you know, we here to catch you up, so
It's not
it's all
hard.
good. Yeah,
It's not
you
hard.
just gotta like, it's a lot of. I mean,
Well, I'm gonna grab some more exotics now
yeah, facts.
because I'm getting out of the game. I gotta buy it for myself now.
I mean,
First, I gotta get the money.
The name of it, yeah, right, and that's what I'm saying. Like this,
I was gonna say hit the subscribe, but it's free.
Consumer,
Buy a blunt or a shirt or something.
You
You
feel
know?
me? Being a consumer of like,
I need to smoke exotics.
being a consumer of like this new era of the game is expensive, bro. Like,
Yeah,
it's expensive.
especially if you want to smoke the way we're talking about.
It's like my boy fucking Ball Hog said. He's like, I love being a custy.
No,
And it's like,
That's such a weird flex.
like he's yo, and it's like,
Nah,
dude, it's
facts.
like, yo, that's what
That's
we
the
do
flex
this
these
shit
days,
for.
though.
Yeah, yeah,
What we do it for? Like, yo, I'm not trying to smoke no bullshit.
yeah.
Like I bought
Yeah.
some of the new Elephant's Growth. It's in my bag over there. I posted it on Instagram. And a whole bunch of jabronis like, oh, that's so expensive and it's not even worth
Until
it.
they hear
Like,
the numbers.
yeah, and it's like, whatever. You paid $3 plus a quarter or whatever. For me, it's just I can't form an opinion if I don't try it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it.
But you've had it, you'll just buy it again. Like there's some
Exactly.
strains I just know where it's like, oh, it's dropping. Okay. I'll take
but
that.
When he first dropped it, it was just two strains. It was the gelato, I believe, and OG.
Aren't those gone?
I think you're
And,
talking
he just
Boobaloo.
dropped some OG. He just dropped like more OG, but he just dropped probably like 7 or 8 strains.
I miss OG. Like, there's so many different variations of OG and Chem.
Yeah, a lot of OG coming back this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, it started last year, late last year. You know, like early fourth quarter last year.
I'm excited to see what goes on this year.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of shout out Semper Frosty, man. That's all I gotta say, man.
Yeah,
That the
that
Boobaloo?
dude is doing
Nah,
insane
nah.
shit.
I just like saying
That's the,
Boobaloo.
Nah, dude,
that's what I'm
our
saying,
boy
like, you
doing
got-
crazy
Yeah,
shit
like you
right
gotta
now.
Yeah.
like since we're on the East Coast and you're in New York and shit like that, you gotta be tapped in. He's like,
Yeah.
you feel me?
He is doing
He's
it.
at the top of the New York scene, of the New York grower scene. You know, I'm big into the New York grower scene. That's who's taking over right now.
That's fire, man. I'm just lucky to go into Astor from time to time and like see these people.
Yeah.
You know, that's
I
just
don't
like
know-
one
I
spot.
don't even know if they had any Semper.
I don't know, but either way, just like sitting in there,
Yeah.
like
Oh, no,
being
I
in those
gotta
places.
go up.
They might
Have
have.
you doing anything in the city soon?
Nah, yeah, I'm going up today. There's a sesh today from 1 to 6. I'm trying to make that. It's in Midtown. Yeah.
Who's doing it?
It's Let Me See What You Smoking is hosting it.
So there's still tons of events down there, like all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
NWO.
Dude, keep me in the loop. I'll come with you.
Did you see NWO the day before Valentine's? NWO, Hash Katie, Sour Waves are doing an event.
In New York?
Mm-hmm.
All right, but you know.
I'm pulling out for that too, for sure.
That's gonna be fun
Yeah,
too.
go
Because
see Unc.
I was saying
So,
this is
yeah, I
what
just
you
want to
gotta
go
do.
there and
You
roam
really-
around and just like network
that's
and
it,
hang out with
that's it.
people.
You
bro,
gotta-
it's
that's
not,
I used to try to
just,
be on some
just
shit
roll
before,
with
you know?
us then.
That's what I'm. If
The
that's
event
cool.
starts. It's the 13th.
Of February?
Yes. So 2 weeks.
I gotta ask her. I gotta see the calendar.
Is
I'll
it a
probably be there
Thursday?
anyways then. If it's
That's
a
just
Thursday,
how-
I'll probably be there anyways.
That's just how
Is
you.
it in like Manhattan?
Starts at 5. I'll
Where is
figure
it?
out. I'll figure it out for us.
I'll just be there.
Okay.
I'll be out there. That's next weekend.
But that's just how you like get
Shake
in
hands.
the know, you know, like you just gotta move around. You
Yeah.
know? You gotta be there when like it can't. I try to make everything because you miss 1 or 2 sessions or whatever. And
Yeah, you gotta
and
keep-
You're
there's-
out of the know. Like
it's
you
not
don't
built
know-
for the week, bro. You
don't
gotta
know
be
what's
at every
going on
one.
anymore, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what's hot and what's.
And see, for someone like him, he needs to be there almost more than I do. Where like, how like I'm just like, oh, I'll just pick up some shit to smoke. Like if I know nothing's dropping for a minute, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Yep.
Like for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 months, I may not grab no high end, no nothing, and it's just like Punchkin time, baby. But like,
Yeah.
other than that, you know, I'm not touching anything. Where like
Right.
him, he's like, nah, I gotta keep this train going because these people ain't gonna stop.
They'll go
Right.
somewhere else, like you were
Yeah.
saying. Like,
Just
what's next? What's new?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They always want to know what's new, so I gotta
Damn.
be there to know what's new. You know. So it's like,
But then it almost sucks for me too. Where like when I do want to grab something, I like almost have to fucking make sure it's even more different or something that nobody has because it's like I rarely grab high end shit.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Not that I don't grab high end shit, but I mean like talking shit that's $800, $1,200. Like,
Yeah.
motherfuckers don't want to pay like that.
It's such a grind to try to like be in the mix of those events all the time, bro.
yo, it's
Going to the city, like,
a lot.
dude, it's a lot, and like you don't sleep for it. You got a couple days all like behind. You're doing multiple
We got
events in
sick
a weekend.
last time we went.
That's what he was saying. That's easy. With the shit you guys have to do, it's there's stress and probably not drinking enough water. It's like impossible.
yeah, no, it was a
Around
lot.
Smoking
1,000
all the
people.
yeah, dude,
Dapping
crazy.
up a million niggas and fucking.
It is fun though. There
that's
is
the best
something
part
about
about it.
those. It's
No,
fun.
I love this shit.
The hustle
Did
is
you get
fucking
such a
awesome.
high, dude?
No, for sure.
Non-stop.
It's like sports. You know?
I mean, this
like
this
training to be the
is
best
a
at
sport.
it.
Exactly, this
Absolutely.
is a sport. Like,
But I feel bad for anybody who like thinks I'm in competition with them, because I'm not. Like it's
Right.
not a competition at all. But if you want it to be,
That's
it
on
could
you.
be game over, brother.
Well, it's like you said about like the
Like I just want to grow with people, and like that's mainly it. Like
Yeah.
I all I want to do is just work with everybody. Not even work with everybody, but like there should be no animosity. Nobody should like be salty about each other. There's no reason anybody should be jealous over anything. Like, go just work harder.
you guys should be able to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm doing this for me and I'm trying to just make my thing greater. You can't compare to anything else. You got to keep those blindfolds on, you know, and you got to like do whatever. Like we all respect each other. I know that sitting at this fucking couch. We wouldn't be doing this if we didn't. It's just that simple. We all kind of do our own thing and you respect each other for
100%.
what they do and you grind. I think, again, we all probably respect each other because we just work hard. We know all three of us work mad hard.
that's it.
No matter whatever we're
what
doing,
we do,
that's what we
facts.
do. So
Facts.
it's like, and we all have like completely different shit, but we're all in the same industry. So it's like, it should be that simple. Everyone, that's that clown shit, dude. And I see it in all of it. I see it in like the New York legal scene. I see it in just our background of the people we know with hustling, Connecticut, if you want to call it that or whatever. And then we were talking earlier about like fucking up north in Maine, which is kind of like the new Humble of the East Coast. So like a lot of that shit trickles down.
Yo, can we just bring up fucking with the main shit? How many cartels are going crazy up there right now?
What's going
Can
on?
we even just
Tell me
talk
more.
about that,
Is he talking about the Asian stuff?
bro? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Like
about
Asian
any of this?
mafia
Bro,
out there.
like fucking cartels are everywhere, just like approaching so many grows.
Is that a new thing?
I've been just hearing about it like the last month, and it's just like crazy. I've seen a few. I'm not gonna drop no names, but I've seen a few people like post like business cards
What?
Of like just like symbols, Chinese letters. You know, whatever. I don't know like what it's
cookies?
called. Like literal, just like
we might have to cut that out, but like I had Asian to do it. Text.
And
that was too good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that up to I'm gonna leave that up to Lucas, my editors.
Hey, yo, it is what it is.
Yeah, but you know, but that's
it was like
crazy.
A bag of weed, fucking stapled to the fucking card too. Just crazy. Dude,
they're gonna.
Everybody's trying to get money, know something bro. Especially in Maine, anybody could get a caregiver's license, so they're just looking to buy out shit and boom it.
Let's go deep state for a second. Do you think? Let's do it. Who do you think's setting that up? Do you think that people are setting that up to infiltrate the industry? Do you know how easy it is to completely change the legal market and like making weed criminalized again or whatever? How easy that would be? All you gotta do is start like having these cartels come in, and it's Asian during like the time now, like Asian fucking China and the Asian mafia coming in and infiltrating a legal market and making it dangerous. It's all about, at the end of the day, laws technically are made off of like safety. Now it's bullshit, we all know that, but technically that's what it is. That's why they set that shit up. The January 6th shit too, like whatever conspiracies you want to go down, you create violence. And then it's a safety issue. Then they could just do it. So if you control the violence, then you could control the laws. Do you think that that's like a deep state thing with these cartels coming in? You know what I mean? That's my thought on it.
I don't think so. I don't know. I just think motherfuckers is just trying to extort people, you know?
And what you just people in general?
Yeah, they need more facilities for bubbas and plats, dude.
That's where that's
all
coming
it
from?
is, dude. I just think, I mean, I truly can't say, but I mean, just greed. Like, everybody's hurting right now. So, like, you have these dudes who are already moving illegally where they're like, why wouldn't we go even harder if we can do it legally here? I don't even know if they're trying to, but by the looks of it, it's what it seems like.
That would change things, dude. If Maine got strict, that would change everything.
I mean, aren't they like in the process of... I don't know. I saw something the other day. I don't even remember what it was.
That Cats account or whatever. I follow it. Something loves cats or whatever the fuck.
What is it?
I don't know. They were talking about how there's some bill that's coming up.
Yeah.
And that they want it
for Mainers.
Yeah, they're trying to like make it more difficult.
Yeah.
To grow. It's so easy. You can go there for $1,500. Set it up. Yeah.
Caregiver's license.
Yeah, and you could sell to people who have medical cards. Like, have them come to your fucking house, dude. Literally your residence. Not even a business address. You could have them come to your residence.
That's sick.
But, like, have fun. That's how I think about it. Like, go up there and do it. Try to compete.
Yeah,
with the best weed in the world.
Yeah.
For $20 an eighth retail everywhere. You know?
That's why you have a lot of these kids, too. In Connecticut, like, that's their whole steez is going to fucking Maine and just picking up shit and coming down here and acting like they're hot shit.
New York, too.
Yeah, I mean,
so I'm saying it's the Humboldt of the East Coast. That's what they did in California and Humboldt. It just wasn't different states. They would bring it down to the city in San Francisco, Oakland, down to LA.
It's just watered down now. Like, dude, there's just so much of the same shit in Connecticut.
Maine? Yeah.
There's more of Maine weed in Connecticut than there is in Maine. Super
boof.
There's just trop everywhere.
Yeah, facts.
So funny how they try to like have different names for trop crosses. It's like the most. It's just trop. Less trop.
Fucking hate
more trop. Purple.
I like
green.
Fucking hate. You say you like trop?
But you like trop. It's just trop, dude. Super boof is green trop.
I love super boof.
No, it's mild.
Super boof. Trash. That's trash.
It's mild. You know, I got another one I could like smoke during the day.
Super boof purple.
You have purple super boof?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always purple.
Trop.
I've seen super boof. I've seen is green. Yeah.
What? Who grew it? He lied to you.
We'll say off air. I have my standard.
Should be
nah,
purple,
like trop, all that shit's always purple. It even washes purple.
Oh, I know that the trop does.
I'm trying to think. Hang on. I don't want to be rude.
No, it's all right.
With the difference between, I was having a conversation with my buddy last night about, I asked the difference between super boof and what I sweat. I asked.
Eye sweat?
Michelin Terps. I asked the difference.
What is that?
You don't know Michelin Terps, the hash maker?
I know who that is, but you said something.
I asked about the difference between because it's the same strains.
Yeah, it's all trop shit.
Super Boof and fucking Blackberry are the same.
Are they?
Yeah, but Super Boof is a pheno of Blackberry. That's
No,
what
it
it
is.
is.
But yeah, no, it's not. But it's not the same.
It's not the same,
Yeah,
but it is.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Do we really think that
Blackberry's
there's
fucking
just
trash.
dude? There's so many variations of
trop,
seeds and
that's
I
clones.
hate trop, dude. You said what? Paul?
There's so many variations of seeds and clones. Like, do people think they really all have like the same shit? They're fucking tripping. You think people are just passing around clones like that? Everyone just gets seed packs and pops them, and that's different variations.
I mean, no. People are passing around clones.
Not as much as you would think that people have all the same exact weed. Maybe in Maine.
Yeah, dude. No,
Because they all know each other, they're the
dude,
same growers.
Trust, dude. Like,
There's
if
more
you-
people
if you-
popping seeds than doing this.
mailing clones, dog.
Really?
Yeah, nah.
I mean, I've mailed clones before. I didn't
I'm-
think people were just
I
like
think-
selling
I think
clones
there's
like
more,
they sell beans.
Yeah, no, I think there's more clones than seeds.
I would love to
There's
figure
more.
out a
There's
number.
more clones being grown than seeds being popped.
It's so much
100%.
easier.
Yeah.
100%.
All right. So maybe people leave it in the comments. If that was cool enough, people watch it enough, that we'll talk about it in the comments.
Just clip it up.
There you go.
Clip it up, you know. But
You know my boys make me look good. I'm just like chilling here smoking, talking.
I'd recommend clipping that up because
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you're
can
gonna have to watch
guarantee.
this a few times, find a few clips, make a couple, boom, boom, boom.
I can guarantee there's more clones being grown than seeds being popped.
All right, we'll have to just.
That you can access, like that people are fully growing out, and you know what I'm saying. A lot of people ain't selling what they growing, what the beans they're popping if it's trash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Would you say people aren't popping seeds and buying clones more just out of sheer laziness? Or because they know?
Nah, just because they want to grow something that's already fired like that. They know is.
But why wouldn't you want to, like, me as like a chef, like my whole life end goal is to like open a restaurant, not run somebody else's nice restaurant. We're like, I don't want to just grow that weed. Like, why wouldn't you want to run a pheno of it?
Nobody knows like
Pop some seeds.
like
Feel me?
Z is a tri-cross and nobody knows the third strain. Like they didn't know, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's
Okay.
like you can't recreate Z. It doesn't matter how hard you try because nobody knows what the third strain is.
They also kept a lot of their shit like pretty tight, and they were just like hippies up in Humboldt, and then they blew up because
Right.
of burner.
So whoever's growing Z is just through cuts.
Yeah.
You know
Some
what I'm
people
saying?
have it, and most people don't. And that's where you got though a gelato Z cross, which is
But that's
runs.
such
That's
a
why there's so
different
many
like
variations.
scenario.
But they don't. But
you
to
don't
get
think there's
that,
some
to
people?
get that, they've got to pollinate.
Trop's a good
they've gotta
example.
pollinate the Z, which is probably a clone because it's not. It wasn't. They didn't
Isn't
grow
trop
from a bean.
umami? Pretty sure it's umami seeds. Is
What,
it
the
umami?
original trop?
Yeah. What's that guy?
Probably.
Yeah, it's the guy, and I think there's main connections, whatever. But that's a good example. Is like those guys sold seeds, and a lot of these trop variations come from seed, and that like trop, chems. That's the reason why there's so many sours and chems is because those guys were just like there was just tons of seeds. They're all different variations. I think
That's
a
what
lot
I'm
of this
saying.
shit is.
Once the strain is like the trop had to be grown from a seed. It wasn't trop before the seed. It was
Right, there was an
something else.
original cross.
Right.
But that's where it's like
Yeah.
it's different. Like
You know what I'm
magic
saying?
happens
So-
sometimes,
right,
and
right.
they have like
It's
lines.
the same thing. Like
They create different terpene profiles.
like probably the same thing with the Z. Like
Yeah,
they
there's-
probably grew a bunch of shit. Something they probably had some seeds grow and they grew that, but they didn't
Somebody
remember.
was just fucking chucking pollen.
Yeah,
That's what
you know
I
what I'm
mean.
saying? Like literally, like
That's where I think a lot of this shit comes from, and it's like there's so many people who grow tons of weed. We need more, so people are just popping seeds more than I think taking cuts. That's what I'll leave it at, and we're gonna figure it out somehow through a clip, and I'll figure that out. I'll throw Throw little dollars behind it.
That'd be funny if how they fucking got how that dude named Z. Like he was just chucking pollen. He really didn't know what it was.
Masonic chucks pollen.
I mean,
yeah,
the
no,
Z,
he
the
goes
Z.
hard with it. I heard like his Wilson, like the Wilson seeds he was selling was just like all mixed.
Oh yeah, dude.
Seeds
I heard to just always get a
in
cut
different
from him.
packs.
Spend $10,000 on a cut. Don't get their seeds. Why would you do that? I would rather spend 10 grand on a cut if I'm about to just like I can make so much more money off that.
That's exactly what I was saying. Like nobody's popping. Seeds.
No, not everyone has 10 G's.
But this is what I'm saying. The guys that are solidified, like the.
But it's still a bunch of people getting cuts of
the pleasant
it starts
effects,
from
the
phenos.
516 hordes, the wizardries.
Those guys all literally, you could say all of those people you just listed, and I know one of them he definitely does for sure. He spends his money on cuts and he makes it known. It's like I spent this amount of money on cuts, and it's like, oh, that's got to be good.
Those are the guys that are like that are growing good weed, like you know what I'm saying,
from
like,
good cuts, spending money on cuts.
He's not a shitty unknown dude, fucking who's being like, I'm gonna spend thousands, spend a bunch of money on this.
Right. And a lot of the mids is just people popping seeds.
Straight up.
I like where we end right there, boys. That was good. We got to come on more and do like topic discussions.
We got to bring a spray pack. I'll get one from Ball Hog. I'll get one from Ball Hog.
Yeah, well, get one and then we'll review it.